Hello and welcome to my channel, My Garden, My Passion. Starting with today, I plan to bust a few myths about gardening. And the first myth that I plan to bust is about indoor plants. So all of you know that indoor plants or house plants are the trending terms these days. And if you visit a nursery or you browse the internet, you will find many websites showing you some of the indoor plants. So before I actually bust the myth, I will show some of the indoor plants that are often listed as indoor plants or house plants. So here you can see the peace lilies. It's bloom time, so it's all full of buds. The whole bed is full of buds. And peace lily is one of the most popular indoor plant. Then we have these anthuriums. The flowering anthuriums, these are the old ones. The new ones are shorter varieties. They are also popular. Then you have the ferns. A variety of ferns are also considered as indoor plants. Then here are some spider plants. So all these plants are listed as indoor plants. Here you have the rubber plant. Rubber plant is also considered as a indoor plant. Mine is growing wild outdoors. Here are snake plants, another plant that is said to be indoor plant and can thrive on neglect. I don't know what exactly that word thriving on neglect means. It just means that they require less water and can survive without much water. Then you have the ZZ plant, said to be a plant which can be kept in the darkest of the corners. But unfortunately, that is not true. You cannot keep any plant completely in darkness. They require light to prepare photosynthesis. Then you have the palms, a variety of palms. So this is the tabletop palm, which has grown a little large. And of course, the pothos, one of the most common house plant or indoor plant, which we have been growing since many years inside the houses, calling it as money plant, growing only in soil or growing only in the water. And people say that if it grows well, you get money. Of course, those are different things. But here you can see them all growing luxuriantly in the outsides. So now, coming to why these plants are called as indoor plants, let me tell you that in the 16th and the 17th century, it was called as the age of exploration, where European explorers went out in search of new land masses or to search for new countries, and they landed on the shores of Africa, Asia, Australia, South America, and such other tropical countries. And as they went there, they were going in teams, and there were some plant lovers or botanists also. They collected plants from those tropical countries and brought them back to the European countries, especially England, Italy, France, and Netherlands. When they brought them there, they realized that they could not grow them outside in the open environment because of the cold temperatures, and they started growing them indoors where the temperatures were relatively higher. And that is why that word house plant or indoor plant came into being. So now we should realize that the term indoor plants or house plants is a misnomer in tropical countries where they grow very well in the open environment. So you can see many of my indoor plants are doing very well and are healthy, growing outdoors too. So here are some ferns and ZZ plant. Here you have some anthuriums. So these plants are doing extremely well even outside, and they will definitely do well because they are originally from the tropical countries. I do have indoor plants, but they are all plants that are grown outside and brought inside only temporarily. Indoor plants have many benefits, more so health benefits, and that is of course a topic for another day. So you can see these are all lush and healthy plants, but these are some plants that I have grown exclusively inside the house, and they are mostly in water. So their growth is not as fast as or as luxuriant as those that are grown outside the house. You can see the leaves are smaller than those, but they do look pretty when you keep them inside. Here you can see how I decorated my Ganesha this year with plants only. They were all plants that were temporarily kept there for 5 days till the festival was over, and then they went back outside. So my take home point is that you grow your foliage plants outside and bring them inside only for decorations for short periods of time. Let the plants enjoy the natural light and air. You can keep 2 sets of plants or more sets so that you can always rotate them. So this is about the myth of indoor plants and why the name indoor plants came. Meet you in my next video where I bust the myth of oxygen plants. If you wish to see the video on decoration of Ganesha with plants, the link is in the description box below. Please subscribe to stay connected with me. Thank you and happy gardening.